Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Mike Podcast. Welcome again and welcome again. My name is Theo Balogun Ayobami. I'll be your anchor for today. And today we'll be talking about storytelling. We all know that people are tired of the normal content. We get tired because there is this crowd of content online. Anytime you go online, people are really tired. So now we'll be talking about how to use storytelling techniques to communicate better to people, because people love story. How could they tell you story you won't listen? Because I'm actually arousing your imaginative sense towards how things. Now, like action film, we love superheroes movie. That is why kids are always paying attention, because stories actually keeps and retain their attention. So we'll be talking about how to use storytelling techniques to actually better our life, for our business, for our personal branding, and to actually get more content. Especially people will be looking at that, okay, how will I relate with storytelling? I'm only doing business. No, yes, you are doing business, but how you write your posts, your WhatsApp posts, your write-ups, the way you greet people, the way you respond to message from customers, those things also matters. The kind of posts you post, the illustrations, the kind of pictures that you get online. You check for storytelling pictures that is going to actually make people remember you anytime they actually need your services. So that is what we'll be talking about today. What is storytelling? Storytelling is a way of actually describing ideas, concepts, personal belief, personal experience, and life lesson through narrative or stories. So they narrate those things to you in a story or factual format. And storytelling is also a way of actually bringing those complex informations and making it look so simple. People narrate it and you be like, okay, fine. And don't forget that when people narrate story for you, it is very easy to actually relate with the story than them communicating to you in a very formal way, maybe sending email, letter, like all these formal big organizations. You won't be able to actually relate with it well, especially when it comes to you remembering the content. But when it comes to story, you'll be able to actually link it. Okay, this is how, or this is what they are trying to say. So storytelling actually have advantage over the normal communication, because it enables the listener to be very active. People want to know what you are talking about. People want to follow suit, because if you have not finished telling the story, people want to stay with you because they want to know where the story is actually going to. That's why in the movie industry, people will stay 2 hours to the screen and want to see the end of the film. Storytelling also helps us to enrich quantitative information to qualitative means. It enables people to actually relate with things very, very well. It enables common people to relate with ideas, factual stuff that are very complex. So it helps you. So the element of a good story, how do you actually relate with whether story is good? First thing we want to know is it has to be very interesting, because people want to actually stay around something that is interesting. People want to stay around something that or is of interest to them. That is why when you want to sign up to some social media, they ask you for your interest, and it is based on your interest they'll be able to display content to you. So we can actually use that in storytelling to get what actually interests people, so that you can be able to create your content or your story in line with the interest of the people, so that people can be able to actually relate with it more. So you'll be able to gather followers. People will be able to relate with your content better. And the unusual, you don't really have to do things the way people are doing it. So you have to come out of the box, think out of the box. Give something. You give people different things. Things that they are not really thinking it will be. Do you understand? So it's a way of also having a very good story. Then you have to be very provocative in passing your message. You want to, instill that joy, that hunger, that zeal, that feeling in people so that they can be able to actually connect it, because by the time they are getting angry or getting attached to the story, they want to stay in touch with the story and see the story to the end. So you have to also be serious in whatever you do. When you are telling the story, you don't want to start cajoling people and playing prank on people. They will take your content as your brand as a serious one. So you can also be controversial about how you tell your stories and let people feel concepts in your story. Then you have to be also surprising, you understand? Take people by surprise, and so your story will be so interesting when you are doing that. You have to be inspiring, intriguing, create things out of the blues or out of the moon, so that people can be able to read. Everything that we said about storytelling has to do with emotions, telling, having a good content, having a good intention for doing what you're doing, because the normal style of communicating to people are already tired, people are already getting used to it. So storytelling is the order of today when it comes to personal branding and business growth. So you want to learn how to do it. You might be thinking that how will you be writing stories? You just use your WhatsApp business or your Instagram or your Twitter to run your business. You don't really have a website or a blog to start writing story. Yes, sometimes 3 lines, 4 lines, you understand, can actually get people's attention. Just have it at the back of your mind to storytell, to tell people how your business is doing emotionally, how you want to actually sell, connect with people, their buying pattern with stories, so that they can actually relate with it, so that people can feel your business and come closer to your business. The kind of pictures that you post, it is not every time that you'll be posting all these official posts about your business. You can download some pictures that are storytelling. There are some times that you see some pictures online, they are just storytelling. You can download it and post it, with a little write-up to actually guide the understanding of your audience or your viewer. You might communicate the right message to them. So storytelling is a way of actually bringing people to your business or whatever you are doing in an emotional way, so that they can be able to actually connect with it. So today we are able to learn what storytelling is all about, how we can actually use storytelling for our business and personal growth. And I hope you actually enjoy this lesson. So our next topic will be using photography as a tool for storytelling. So, thank you.